This looks like another compact coach built until you see the bathroom. Because in the Knaus Tourer Van 500 LTE, one clever swing wall turns a tight wet room into a shower space that actually feels usable, without soaking the toilet and storage. And that single detail is the reason this sub-6-meter motorhome feels bigger than it looks. It's built on the VW Transporter T6.1, keeps the length to just under 6 meters, and still gives you 3 things buyers usually have to sacrifice in this size: a full bathroom, a proper kitchen, and a lounge that becomes a generous double bed. So in this walkthrough, I'll show you the space trick first, then we'll circle back to the VW driving tech and the practical numbers that matter. You've been watching Car Hub, your trusted guide to the world of motorhomes and campervans. Now, the foundation. This is a compact, low-profile coach, built on the Volkswagen T6.1 with a 2.0-liter diesel around 150 PS, paired to a VW automatic gearbox, and typically driving the front wheels. In higher trims, the chassis can be uprated to 3,500 kilograms for extra payload, which is what makes longer trips with real gear actually realistic. And pricing generally lands in the mid to upper range of compact European coach builds, competing more with premium low profiles than budget conversions. Walking up front, it's pure VW T6.1 cab. Clean, modern, and car-like. You get that sharp LED light signature, heated and electrically adjustable mirrors to widen visibility down the coach-built sides, and driver aids that quietly reduce fatigue on long days. Stability systems, hill start help, and cruise options depending on spec. The point is simple. This drives closer to a modern van than a lumbering motorhome. Move along the driver's side and the footprint hits you. Around 5.9 meters long, just over 2.1 meters wide, roughly 2.9 meters tall. Compact enough to feel parkable, but still wide enough inside to not feel cramped. Knaus groups the key services so you're not walking laps around the van: fresh water fill, mains hookup, and access points where you actually need them. Behind the skin, you're looking at roughly a 65-liter fresh tank and around a 58-liter waste tank. And in better equipped trims, the waste tank is insulated and heated, which is the difference between summer van and genuine winter touring. At the back, the design stays tight to protect interior length without stretching the overall footprint. You get a rear storage garage that's made for real camping kit. Chairs, ramps, outdoor gear, maybe a folding bike. And it's accessed through a tall side door so loading doesn't feel like a wrestling match. It's properly finished and lit, so it feels intentional, not like an afterthought. Look up and you'll usually find a GRP roof designed to shrug off weather and hail, plus roof hatches that flood the lounge and kitchen with natural light, with a smaller vent above the bathroom. Depending on spec, many models also add roof air conditioning and optional solar for off-grid support. On the passenger side, a wind-out awning turns this compact body into a shaded outdoor room, often with an integrated awning light for evenings. Down the passenger side, you've got the main habitation door. Wide, tall, and paired with an insect screen, so you can breathe on warm nights without inviting the campsite inside. The electric step makes entry easy when your hands are full, and you'll typically see external access for the gas locker, fridge, and heating vents. And on some layouts, the toilet cassette access is here too, so servicing is quick and clean. Step inside and the vibe immediately shifts warmer. Modern indirect lighting, tidy storage right by the door for coats and shoes, and a central control panel that puts battery, hookup, and water levels at a glance. Many setups also include a built-in water filtration cartridge, so tank water is filtered before it reaches the taps. A small detail that makes everyday use feel more finished. Now to the signature space, the face-to-face lounge. 2 long benches run along the sides, the cab seats swivel, and suddenly you've got a sociable area that feels more like a small living room than a compact van. The table slides and adjusts to make movement easy. Big windows and a roof light keep it open, and a swing-out TV bracket can turn this into a proper movie lounge when you're parked. And in a second, I'll show you how this entire area becomes a real bed, with numbers that actually matter for tall sleepers. At night, the lounge conversion is simple and fast. The table drops, the infill cushions bridge the gap, and the benches form a transverse double bed close to 2 meters long and up to around 1.4 meters wide at the widest point. So most adults can lie flat without the feet hanging off problem. Add reading lights, ambient strips, and cracked windows for airflow, and it becomes a cozy, flexible sleep setup. Some configurations offer extra sleeping options up to 4 berths, but the sweet spot for most buyers is keeping this as a focused 2-berth tourer with maximum lounge space. On the passenger side, just behind the lounge, the kitchen is compact but properly thought out. You get one clean run of worktop with a 2-burner gas hob and sink under a split-glass lid, so you can reclaim prep space when you're not cooking. Soft close drawers handle the heavy stuff. Overhead lockers keep the look clean, and the fridge, roughly 90 to 100 liters, is positioned right at the end, facing the doorway, which is perfect for grabbing a drink from inside or from just outside the van. There's often a small flip-up extension for extra chopping space, and while many specs skip a full oven, the layout is built for quick, efficient meals without drama. And here's the moment that sells the whole van: the bathroom. Opposite the kitchen, you open the solid door and step into a split space. Cassette toilet and storage on one side, basin and shower zone on the other. Then the swing wall rotates and the room transforms. Either a more generous shower cubicle with proper screens that keep the rest dry, or a roomy washroom with easy toilet access when you're not showering. Add the roof vent, shelving, mirror, hooks, and proper standing headroom, and it becomes one of those rare compact bathrooms that doesn't feel like a compromise. When you combine that with the all-season details, blackout blinds, heating support, and that insulated, often heated waste tank, this layout starts making sense for more than just sunny weekend trips. It's built to be lived in, not just visited. Finally, the driver's cab. Because it's VW T6.1, the whole driving experience stays familiar. Supportive seats with armrests and adjustability, a clean dash layout, and a touchscreen setup with navigation and smartphone integration, depending on trim. Driver assistance like lane support, hill hold, cruise options, high beam assist, and rain-sensing wipers can all sit quietly in the background, so longer distances feel less tiring. The efficient diesel and a decent fuel setup mean fewer stops and more actual travel. Now tell me your honest preference. Are you team face-to-face lounge with a big convertible bed? Or would you still hold out for a fixed bed layout, even if it costs you living space? If this walkthrough helped, like the video, subscribe to Car Hub, and share it with someone shopping compact, VW-based motorhomes. Drop a comment with your pick: lounge bed or fixed bed. You've been watching Car Hub, your trusted guide to the world of motorhomes and campervans.